Last week, the UNESCO's representative list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity has welcomed 4 new members from China. They are Spring Festival, Traditional Li Textile Techniques, Kong New Year Festival, and Traditional Design and Practices for Building Chinese Wooden Arch Bridges. Up to now, China has 44 items on the UNESCO's list of intangible cultural heritage, ranking first in the world. It took China almost 20 years, went from 0 to the world's number 1. In 2003, the UNESCO adopted the Convention for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage. China joined it the following year, becoming the 6th contracting party of the convention. Since then, China has made great efforts to improve its legal system and working mechanisms concerning the protection of intangible cultural heritage. From 2005 to 2009, China carried out its first nationwide census of intangible cultural heritage, counting nearly 870,000 intangible cultural heritage resources. Currently, China has established a tiered system of intangible cultural heritage, spanning the national, provincial, municipal, and county levels. More than 100,000 items at all levels have been registered in the system, thereby affirming China's status as a leading nation of intangible cultural heritage. In 2008, the UNESCO's representative list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity was established. Kunku Opera, Guqin and its music, Yuga Mukam of Xinjiang, and Ertiandu were China's first batch of projects to be inscribed to the list. For the next 16 years, new items were continuously added to the list, such as Chinese calligraphy, Chinese paper cut, Dragon Boat Festival, Peking Opera, acupuncture and moxibustion of traditional Chinese medicine, Chinese shadow puppetry, Tai Chi, the 24 solar terms. These are just some examples reflecting China's rich cultural diversity and its commitment to preserving and promoting its intangible cultural heritage. From Tibetan opera to Mazu belief system, from Rigong arts to Meshrep, China's intangible cultural heritage includes a wide range of practices. Currently, there are 13 items related to ethnic minorities on the UNESCO representative list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity China, accounting for 1/3 of the total. It showcases the country's commitment to preserving the cultural diversity that exists within its borders. Overall, China has undertaken extensive efforts to protect, explore, and pass on traditional Chinese culture through policies, laws, and regulations. Nowadays, Chinese government agencies, enterprises, and communities have focused more on the discovery and conservation of intangible cultural heritage, and more inheritors have appeared. There are more than 90,000 inheritors of intangible cultural heritage at the national, provincial, municipal, and county levels. There are currently 2,406 intangible cultural heritage preservation institutions nationwide. In terms of education, related authorities specify that intangible cultural heritage education should be incorporated into the curriculum of primary and secondary schools. In addition, efforts have been made to bring intangible cultural heritage closer to the people. For example, to actively promote the integration of traditional culture into daily life, lots of TV shows have added intangible cultural heritage elements. Through online platforms, videos, and virtual reality exhibitions, young people around the world can experience and learn about traditional Chinese practices in ways that were previously impossible. Besides, intangible cultural heritage is no longer limited to watching. Many inheritors pass it on through teaching classes and live streaming. Moreover, a group of people in China who are passionate about Chinese culture have emerged. They are all protecting these traditional crafts from being abandoned in their own way. However, to pass down 5,000 years of rich Chinese heritage, much more than these efforts are needed.